So I've been doing this thing in the insurance business since 2011, and I have seen hundreds of agents come and go. Agents that have told me, promised me, that they were going to be the ones that were going to be the most successful. And it stands to reason that 90%, if not more, are gone within that first year. Why is that? And why should you, who are watching this video, be happy about that? My name is Dave Duford. I'm the owner of Final Expense Agent Mentor, where I help agents like you succeed in selling insurance. And in this video, it's a little different than my usual cheerful, happy videos. I wanted to put together, I think, more of a realistic video of what this business is really like and why you should embrace the fact that it is the way it is. There's been all sorts of numbers thrown out there that 90% of agents don't make it in the first year. I think it's probably higher than that. And why is that the case? We can blame things that are certainly relevant, bad agency opportunities where you drink the Kool-Aid and recruit everybody with a pulse. That certainly has something to do with that. Bad training circumstances where agents don't have access to the best training that they could get. And other things like bad leads. I think that's a legitimate excuse. However, that doesn't really get to the core of what this business really entails and why it's the way it is. Not everybody, as evidenced by the failure rate, can sell insurance. It is an entirely unique business. It's one in which you have to handle, first of all, waking up unemployed every morning, not knowing where your next sale is going to come from, and maybe even thinking that this will be your last sale. You have to get up. You have to take rejection. You're going to get pushed around by people. You're going to be told no an inordinate amount of more times than you will yes. And you have to endure this thing, seemingly at the behest of everybody else's opinion of you, the people you think highly of you, or that you think highly of, your wife, your spouse, your family, your parents, your friends. They think you're nuts selling this stuff, wasting your time, spinning your wheels, seeing you constantly frustrated. It may drive you to drink. May drive you to smoke, do bad vices, that kind of thing. So why should we embrace all this stuff? Why am I making this video? I think I'm doing this because at the end of the day, the fact that this business is hard makes it great for the people that can survive. I think it was Al Granum or Norm Levine that said, the way that you succeed in this business is surviving. And I can tell you, looking from the outside in, where I was when I started, every single person that goes through this process, I promise you, feels the same levels of calamity and tension and frustration and wonders if they should actually quit at one point or another. And the difference between them and you is they didn't give up. They didn't listen to that very logical side of their brain that probably was right. They kept the faith anyway, despite all measures against them. And so, why you should be happy with the fact that this business is tough and that it takes out most of the people that are in it is because of the following reasons. First of all, let's talk about the economic reasons. Have you ever wondered why an insurance agent can get paid more in first-year commissions than the actual premiums that are generated from the first year paid in from the client? The reason is that there has to be some kind of economic incentive. This is for life products, primarily final expense. There has to be some kind of economic incentive to get business on the books. Why? Because insurance carriers have no friggin' idea how to sell this stuff. They're great at administration, actuarial design, managing us, coming up with ideas for products. Sometimes they're not. But that's their realm, that's their specialty. But when it's coming to actual selling of the product, nobody has really cracked the nut when it comes to direct-to-consumer sales. How do I know this is the fact? Well, it's because you can still get a license. You can go out there and sell people pretty quickly and make deals happen. And the vast majority of insurance carriers don't have a direct sales force. In fact, if anything, they're going away. AIG, or actually it's American General at the time, fired 4,000 career people. 4,000 career people about, I think it's been about 2.5 years ago. They're gone just like that. They can't figure out how to manage a sales force and make things happen because it is beyond their comprehension. And for the fact that the people who can go out there independently and make sales, make a success out of them, get paid an inordinate amount, and that's why you should be thankful that this job is this way, because there is this unlimited upside in selling insurance, regardless of what you're selling. That for the person who can overcome everything, every frustration, every aspect of this business that sucks and still do it, they're on the other side of that road, and the other side of that rainbow. There's a lot of money, a lot of freedom, and a lot of ways to run the life that you want to live in the way that you want to live. The other thing, too, that the reason I'm glad that this business is difficult is because if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth anything. Think about this for a minute. What in your life that was easy did you sit back and think, well, geez, wow, that was really something where I grew, or I became a better person, where I just experienced this great thing because it was so easy? Look, that is not the human condition. The human condition is that we expose ourselves to risk, to threats, and we find out if we're man enough, if we can handle it and actually succeed and grow. And for those of us that will not quit, that will not fail, that go through this, as easy as it is to say this stuff, you will find yourself a different person. You will find yourself a better person because of the difficulties, because it's hard. And you will be not just economically better off, but mentally and hopefully physically better as a person than you were before it. Whereas if this was easy, it would be meaningless. It would be nothing. It would be just like walking down the street. Who cares about that stuff? What you should care about yourself is exhausting what capabilities you have in yourself to the maximal level. That is the reason you are here, is to see what you are capable of. You would not be watching this video. You would not be attracted to the nuttiness of this business if somewhere deep inside you, you didn't want to see what you're made of. And this business allows you to do that, but with the absolute real risk that you may fail and financially fail too in the meantime. It's real, it's true. So you have to be a little nuts like me to embrace that. And again, it's why there's 5% of America or less are business owners, because they're the few, the proud, the entrepreneurs really should be the same. And the other thing that's kind of related to that, that I'll leave you here with, is that I am glad the insurance business is tough because it allows me to grow. There's not a lot of professions that will allow you the opportunity to self-analyze what you're made of and then find your weaknesses and then apply yourselves to improve them. So I look at myself now at 33 years old, and I look back in my high school years, early college years. I was an introvert. I played video games all the time. I was afraid to talk to Pizza Hut to order pizza. Now I look at myself 15 years later, and I'm pretty impressed. I've changed dramatically. I am more assertive, authoritative. I'm more of the person that I want to be. And the thing is that if I were doing something that kept me in my comfort zone, that put me in a position to where I didn't have to see what it is to the extent of where I could go, then I wouldn't be any different. I would be some internet dude sitting in his mom's basement, never to take a step out. But insurance sales allows for that to happen. It gives you the opportunity, if you're man enough, to take advantage of what deep down inside you know you should be doing, which is exposing yourself to personal development, which is exposing yourself to becoming better, and to release the shackles of weakness and mediocrity. You're not here to do this on this one life that you have. You've got to take advantage of what you have inside of you and discover what you can become. And insurance allows for that, of course, while allowing the real risk that you may fail. So I leave you with this, ladies and gentlemen. If you are serious about becoming successful in the insurance business, you will want to quit. If you're serious about becoming successful in the insurance business, you'll have people tell you to quit. You'll have every reason to do it. You'll hate your clients at one point or another. You'll get sick and tired of whatever it is that you're selling. you'll try to create some new approach to doing it. You cannot listen to those base level feelings that you have, because they will detract you, at worst to get you out of the business. Or you'll begin to do this proverbial circle where you never grow. You just keep going around in circles, trying this product, trying that way of doing things, never growing above this guy right in your head, which is your worst enemy. Again, if you've never seen my videos, you know, you will know, I have failed out of this business. I quit this business emotionally, physically. And it took me working for somebody else to realize how much that sucked more than selling insurance. And I learned to cope with my own personal weaknesses and stick to it regardless of the fact. So, if you're serious about this, face failure and say, fuck it. You're going to be successful anyway. My name is Dave Duford. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I do hope you got some value out of it. Take care.